check this out, man.
Give me a call.
I looked at some people that applied that I'm interested in calling. My body just gave up. Alright guys, since we're driving to our first appointment for like an hour, let's go ahead and answer some questions that I posted something on my Instagram the other day. But let's go through some of these questions. You know, designs, like, do we have them in-house? Yes. We did try outsourcing designs and it just didn't work out for us, right? For us, speed is something big, especially with the big purchase. You know, we try to, if a customer's gonna pay you $1,500, I don't think they want to wait 10 business days to see a design, right? Because they're pumped up after they paid you the $1,500, but you got to remember that dies down, right? You know, because every time they see something new regarding their backyard, it kind of peaks and it dies down. We want to keep those peaks as close as possible. The more of those peaks that we have a better chance of closing the deal. So for us, it didn't work out. We tried it for a few months. On smaller projects, it overcomplicates the process more than it should. Now, you have nothing but projects that are $300,000-$400,000 nonstop, then yeah, you know, I can see that happening, because when you get into a project like that, we all know it's not going to happen overnight or in a month or two. With projects that are 100,000, even 150, and definitely under that, it's like, you want to, in my opinion, you want to see a quick turnaround, right? It's as fast as possible, I would say. For if you don't have a big volume, yes, just outsource it for now. But at some point, do try to, you know, bring in-house if you can, because you can have that person doing designs and other things as well. What else can I say about designs? Do they help sell the project? Absolutely. We don't do any projects without a design. You know, and it's not even selling the project right. It's like, how much of those headaches can you eliminate with these designs? And I'm going to tell you right now, quite a bit. Having a design is key. That way we're all on the same page. Designs, like I said, has been a big part of our business, and it has eliminated a lot of headaches, even with our crews that build. Another question: what's the game plan for mechanical installation for your business over the next 3 to 5 years? Probably bringing it in-house. Overall, the goal is to bring in as much as we can in-house. Reason for that is I just feel like we can, one, eliminate a lot of the extra cost that sometimes is added on because we don't have control of that certain part of the project. And then the biggest thing, I think, customer service, right? Because when you sub things out, it's not the same. You don't have necessarily their overhead, but at the end of the day, you're still paying for that overhead. But yeah, I mean, eventually we do want to have everything in-house, right? Have our plumber, our electrical guy that's doing all the things in-house. But I will say that's going to take a little while, because this year I think it'd be pretty cool to have a full one-stop shop in-house, like truly in-house. So, okay, so in what ways do you use data to make better business decisions? So in what way do I use data to make business decisions? I turned into a very data-driven person in the last couple of years. I wasn't before, and it cost me a lot of money and time and stress. Every decision you make within your business, it should be data-driven, because the minute you bring emotion into any business decision, like, it's gonna kill your business. Whether you pay for it now or you're gonna pay for it a year later. I'll be honest with you guys, I'm still paying for some emotional decisions I made 2-3 years ago. Obviously, you know, that's the only way to learn, right? Not the only way, but that's the way I had to learn. It's like, it has to be data driven. And there's a lot of times where my team fights me against it, right? It's like, no, but I think this will do very well. I'm like, well, if we don't have numbers to show that, like, I'm not going to do it. Which times, I mean, there's very little times, but it could happen, right, that, you know, things can go a different way and data can be wrong, per se, but I don't think it's worth the risk. On certain things, yeah, right, small things that if it goes wrong, it is what it is, great, we learn, we move on to the next thing. But if it's big decisions, like, you know, opening up a whole different crew just because we got an extra few jobs or whatever it is, right, like, it doesn't make sense. But how do I specifically use it within my company? Like any purchases, right? Our team wanted me to buy a jackhammer that attaches to our skid steer. I think it was like $15,000. The reason for it is like, well, we're gonna move faster, we're gonna be able to do this, do that. Okay, great. But so I went in, the data I used for that to give the yes is, okay, great. So as of right now, how long and how many guys does it take to break for like a concrete stoop with on a patio door? Half a day or a whole day because we have to break it. So how much is that costing us? Let's say $1,000 because, you know, the full day. Okay, well, if you get the jackhammer, how much is it costing us? You know, it'll be 30 minutes. Doing the math, like we're saving, I think, like $1,200 every time we use the hammer. So pretty quickly, within a few months, that thing will pay itself off. Even if it just took one season, but something like that made sense. I think the biggest parts that I use it in is to take on debt, right? Like that's another thing too, like, yeah, like taking on new debt. Like that's really what I use data a lot for. I mean, there's many different ways that we typically use it, but yeah, I have been using data a lot more than I should have in the past years to actually make decisions. Or like, let's say ad spend too. Like that's another example of the years prior, I was just like, just keep upping the ad spend, just keep upping it, up, double, triple. You know, not really taking a close look at what type of return we're getting for the amount we're spending. So not really using any data and fine tuning, right? It wasn't even about spending more money. It was more of like maybe switching the areas that we were targeting. Also our organic content, all of that stuff. So it's like now this year we lowered our ad spend 3 times. In the last 8 months, we cut our overhead by like 50-60%. So this question here is, what's been best, right? Facebook or Google? What do we get more of an ROI from? The answer is, I think like if you haven't done any marketing, start with Facebook, do that, and then if you have some money left over, do some money on Google, like throw some money on Google. It's not going to hurt, I'll tell you that much. But if you start with Google, you will kind of be spinning your wheels a little bit there. It is a lot more expensive to, you know, get in front of people. So this is from my guy Esteban. He's actually part of the school community, and he works with me one-on-one. Man, he's been a killer lately. He's been, well, since day one that he joined. But so he's asking, like, how do I determine if it takes 100 man hours or 200 man hours for, let's say, a patio that's 500 square feet. See, guys, it's crazy. Like, everything goes back to data. It goes back to data that we have collected over the years. So I took an average size crew that is not the fastest crew, not the slowest either. We took that crew and figured out, okay, X amount of hours to complete this patio. That's pretty much how we go about it. There is certain instances where it's, like I said, it's gonna be different. If it's by hand, then that changes. But yeah, that's how we, like I said, that's how we come up with it, is, you know, based on data. But if you don't have the data yet, what I would do, Esteban, is, well, I think you should talk to your guys or whoever's gonna build it. Talk to them, have a conversation with them, and sit down with them. That's how, you know, real talk, that's how I did it. You know, I'm just being honest. Hey, you know what, Armando, we're gonna be doing this patio. What do you think we can accomplish? I had the experience of being in the field already, so, you know, you don't want to let these guys blow smoke up your ass. Like, hey, man, it's gonna take 6 days to dig. It's like, no, buddy, that's not what it is. We're more like 1 or 2. But so I would talk to them and set some kind of like guidelines. Then from there, that's where job tracking comes into play. I'm big on that, right? That's why all of our guys in modern day contractor, I teach them, you know, how to job track. Because if you're telling me you're shooting for 30% or 300 man hours on this job, well, how can you tell me that you didn't meet that or didn't meet that? If you can't, then dude, we have a problem. So for now, yes, based on the data that you have up here, and then also combine it with your foreman, and then, you know, bid it based on that. You win the job, get it done, collect that data, continue to collect data, and then, like I said, to a point where, you know, you have, it's all data driven from there. But once we get to the job site, we'll see you guys there. We just started a demo on this thing a few days ago. You guys will see what's happening in this project here. That project's gonna be a fun one. It's definitely, starting with the deck, we have a deck going in. On top of the deck, we're gonna have an L-shaped bar with a grill. So we got electrical going in, we got the gas line. It's a tight backyard. It's like smaller, but we have quite a bit of components. That's why I think we had quite a ride to get this permit approved. It was like 7 months, probably even more. But that's gonna be something I'm gonna show you guys until next season. We got a few projects that we're gonna put on hold until next season. My house is one of them. My biggest pain point right now is trying to wrap up as much as we can in the next 6 weeks. So I'm gonna head to the other job site. And this is kind of what happens at the end of the year. You try to move guys around as much as you can to try to beat timelines and, you know, name his game, because also we do have to be prepared for snow removal. It feels like spring rush here at one point, so. As you guys know, and I was talking about earlier, we are looking to hire more people in-house. I had our team create an ad on Indeed, and I mean, it's worked out for us pretty well before, so I said, why not? Before I took off on my last appointment, I looked at some people that applied that I'm interested in calling. Remember, this is all initial interview, so let's go ahead and call them and see what they're about.
Please leave your message for...
So we got another guy.
Hello.
Sí, bueno.
Bueno,
Hola, le estoy llamando de Landscaping Experts. ¿Cómo está?
bien, bien, aquí nomás.
De experiencia de pavers.
Pues yo he trabajado en 3 compañías grandes.
Para sentar pavers, o sea, necesitaría saber fire pits, o sea, viene siendo todo.
Oh, diferentes, okay.
Okay, well, sounds like this guy's pretty promising, so we're actually gonna give him a shot. Like I said, it's pretty straightforward. That's pretty much what I'm doing. All right, so we got another guy. Hey, he has a weird phone number, shit.
Your call has been forwarded to voice...
Yeah, one more.
Hello.
Yeah, so tell me a little more. What type of experience do you have when it comes down to hardscaping, pavers, and stuff like that?
I don't really have much experience. I only have a lot of experience in construction. Yeah, I'm not really in a good space right now. It's really loud here. I don't know if...
Okay, wait. This fucking guy. So out of all the guys, we found a few. So. Ah, esta madre se puso frío, ¿no? Sí, es que sí, sin tapa, porque es que como no hay tapa en otro lado, no. Míralo, este sí se resbalaron un poco, porque mira, si ves cómo están aquí, se mira que están para allá. Si ves que se va poquito. Porque si le ve, sí, pero si mira, ahí se ve, si le pones el nivel aquí, este no está derecho, mira. Se recorrieron todo y el efecto ese lo hizo todavía peor. Yo creo,
Pero es,
tenemos que hacerle...
mira, esta está sobre el cemento. ¿Y si ves todas las esquinas están caídas? Todas.
Sí, pero no tanto. No, es que esta sí se mira como si se fuera a caer mañana.
No, sí, está así, ¿no? ¿Para qué lado?
También este era.
No, pues las dos.
Pero sí mira que se fueron resbalando. Pero él se puede meter por aquí así, ¿no?
Sí, por eso ya él, si es cabrón ahí, le puede hacer poquito nomás para que lo acomode para allá.
Yeah. ¿Y aquí cómo le hacen con los footings ya? ¿Quitan el paver?
No.
All right, let me show you guys what we have going on here at this job site. We actually had to step away for a couple of days because it was too muddy, but let me turn this thing around, show you what we have going on. So we'll start over here. We have the fire feature, so just the corners are going to be going up. So gas is already there. They just have to bring the pan, do all the connections, the rock, and then a glass guard around it, a wind guard, I'm sorry. Steps already finalized. See a nice step. Lights already in. Guys are just wrapping this up here. Countertop is over there already. We need the electrical for this thing here, the outlets to go in. The grill encasement, that should be wrapped up pretty soon here. And obviously restoration. As far as restoration, I think we're gonna have mulch here and then the rest is gonna be sod. So all of this restoration needs to be done. Yeah, I'm gonna say two more days and this thing will be all wrapped up. Es que va a decir, es que el domingo voy a misa y ni a misa va. Pues si es lo más pronto que puede, pues sí.
Dice que si vea lo más pronto que puede, está bien.
Mira, dile de aquí que si pueden meter un codo aquí.
También en donde va a ir donde vas a subir las pipas.
Que le mete un codo aquí nomás, Marcos.
Poquito afuera de la pata, no sé si puedes hacerle algo ahí para que no se vea tan mal. Ahorita te mando una foto.
Para que quede lo más pegado.
Sí.
De adentro.
Ya si le puedes hacer algo ahí para que no se vea tan mal. Como quiero ahorita te mando unas fotos.
Le mandé un mensaje a Santiago y dijo que a lo mejor sí venían, pero either way te vienes preparado. For sure, we're gonna have 2 more people tomorrow. Entonces, en la mañana le digo a Julio que llegue allí en
shop.
sí. So as you guys saw, we're at that job site. We hashed out a bunch of stuff with Armando. We're gonna try to move some people around. We're gonna need electrical done. We got, anyway, a little bit of an update for the people that care about the whole dieting thing and bodybuilding side of my life. You know, we are in a cut. This is the biggest and leanest I've been ever. At night, I think I'm like 190 something. Morning weight, I'm like 180. I fluctuate like 5 to 6 pounds from night during the day to the morning. The goal was to cut another 10 pounds and my body just gave up. Started feeling like shit. Workouts were not the best. The biggest thing was my sleep. It's probably been a good 2 to 3 weeks where my sleep has just been horrible. You know, I'm still getting my 7, 8 hours of sleep, but I probably sleep like a good 3-4 hours, and that's not good. I mean, after a week, I was able to do it 2 weeks, but now the 3rd week is just like, holy shit, like, it's tough, it's rough with everything we have going on, with the business, with the kids, and, you know, still trying to function, like, it's tough. You know, the good thing about all this is, you know, I do have a coach. Shout out to Joe. I did my check-in today, told him how I felt. We made some adjustments, so we're gonna up my food for the next week or 2 and cut back cardio a little bit and see what, you know, give my body that reset that it needs. Bodybuilding is an important part of my life. Always has been. It took a back seat for a little while. Same thing with my wife. I mean, me and my wife met at the gym, so it's a lifestyle for us at this point. All right, guys. So we just pulled up to my house right now. Like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and eat something finally, but I just remembered we're starting another job site Monday morning. So, and then it's actually my neighbor's yard. This is the only access point that we have. What I was thinking is going on that path there, but the only problem is that, and then going through that side of the street, but we're going to be removing this patio. We're gonna remove and replace with pavers. So this was done in concrete, looks like few years back, and you can see not in the best condition anymore. I'm just gonna eat 2 meals in one. Hey, big guy, come here.
Hi.
On this side, say hi to the vlog.
Hi guys.
Love you, man.
Love you.
Why did they say 13?
I don't know.
We're gonna stop yelling at mom. All right, guys, so I do want to show you something. Like I said, we went to that one consultation today. It's October 23rd. We've already had 29 consultations, so it's been a good month as far as leads. I want to show you this right here. So as you can see, this is all automated. Once this person gets into this sequence here, that gets sent out and automatically Go High Level triggers that text. And then from there, another thing that's going to happen is, well, a number of things that's going to happen is that after, I think, 2 days, it will follow up automatically. Text, hey, do you have any questions? And then 2 days after that, if there's no response, there will be an email sent out. It'll follow up for like the next, I think 15 days or 16 days. Because I think we have 8 automations with space in between. Try to use technology to your advantage. Also, if you guys want to try Go High Level for free, I highly suggest it. There's going to be a link in the description. We use it for all of our communication with all of our customers. You can text, call directly from here. Yo, so check this out, man. It's pretty dope. Like I said, it's super, super cool to see our guys in MDC win. My guy Billy, man, he actually just aired a commercial. So man, let me play this thing for you. This is super dope. Oh man, just the commercial.
When you're ready to update your home's roofing, siding, or flooring, give me a call. Our crew and I offer high quality craftsmanship and excellent customer service. But don't take my word for it. Check out our Google reviews.
The crew did a great job and made our house look brand new.
The pricing was very reasonable.
Billy and his crew are excellent. What he says, he does. It's hard to find contractors like this.
Give me a call to set up a consultation. We offer free estimates on all our services. At American Southern Construction, one call does it all.
Like I said, it's Billy, if you're watching this video, I'm super, super proud of you. Obviously, I'm gonna reach out to you because he is part of Masters as well. So I'm gonna shoot him a message right now. And man, this is these are the things that I live for, man. This is super, super dope, man. I'm proud of you, man. And there's not much you can do about that, right? That's the biggest thing, is price out things how we're actually supposed to price them out. Not everybody's gonna like you or agree with you, which is okay. And everybody tries to get a good deal, not a problem. And that's all you can do. Like I said, you're not gonna win all of them. And this is another one of those where, hey, the other one I just left you a note for, that one's not, the deal's still on the table. This one, you don't wanna work with her. Let me see. No, the other one.
I remember that you left it.
Yeah, no, actually I took it out through the week because it kept falling off.
There's more Rice Krispies.
Yeah. Let me see, Julian got the, what do you have on?
The landscaping expert. You should get this.
Jeez.
If you don't, then you have to subscribe.
Julian, you want to feel the power of the Shelby? All right, Julian, how was practice? It's cold, dude, right?
Yeah, I'm sweating from the hat.
Yeah, you're wearing a hat, but it's cold. All right, so now we're gonna go back home. I still have to do cardio. Man, I definitely don't feel like doing cardio right now. But yeah, I still have to go home, do cardio. Fees. Check already the permit. If we can work Sunday. Well, my wife did. If we can, like work. Hey, tell me Friday through the week. Like if they got a job that's already try to push them. In, if there's a little bit left, because they don't look at it like. All right, guys, just got done with cardio. I'm gonna go upstairs, shower, eat, finish off the day with the family. It's already almost 8 o'clock. But as you guys saw, today was a long day, and yeah, most of my days run like that. Some days we're up at 4 a.m. Today we woke up a little bit later, but no matter what, they're long days, and we try to squeeze as much as we can out of every single minute of the day. But other than that, if you guys made it to the end, I appreciate you guys, and as usual, comment, like, subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next one.
You'll have